Over the last 3 months, I've been slowly rubbing together what remains of my last remaining 3 brain cells to try and create, over a small campfire, a little bit of entropic grey matter. That's what has contributed to this amazing, unhinged, unfathomably intelligent take on how to fix the game. Here are the fruits of my labor, and for this I shall not apologize for. I believe every single one of these takes, and some of them, you might say and agree with, are just very simple vanilla takes. Oh, haha, yes, missing the timing bad. But other takes are...
not so standard.
How would I fix the game? Let's begin. But first, do you want your name shouted out for a mere $3 per month to be able to provide food on the table for Farfa? Radical Geezer, Hyper, Serena, Shabonkus, Roast Ghost, and Death by Spurn Pars, thank you for subscribing. Archetypes from the anime, manga, or video games should be the most competitive, meta-defining decks in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! It is simply better for business in the promotion of the game itself, as well as attracting new and older players to come back to the game if Blue Eyes and Dark Magician were the best decks today. Which means, I suppose, by my take, that they would have to remain the best decks forever, which I haven't thought that far ahead, but let's play a meta with them and then see what happens in the future. Okay, that's enough fixing of the game. Are you ready for some banlist takes? Engage the lightning round. Speaking of engage, ban engage again. Hammer the Jammer. That grass looks greener. Back to 3. Bring back Block Dragon, but ban Quackimeru Guardian. Sprite Elf can go back to 1. Pot of Desires to 3.
I invested in 3 ultimate rares. This is so unfair. I hate communism.
Harp can come back to 1 finally. It does absolutely nothing in Master Duel. It's gonna do nothing in TCG. Dryden should go back to 1. Ban Upstart Goblin. This cheats out game mechanics. I will not elaborate. Dragon Rulers can all go back to 1. Magic Dragon back to 1 as well.
This video has been sponsored by Team Guard Dragon.
And there goes the lightning round. Players now have 1 normal summon per main phase and not per turn. This means that on turn 2 and onwards, you can normal summon, enter the battle phase, and then normal summon again. This is to help going second be actually good, because let's be real, it's not, and never has been, really, for less than a handful of times ever in the history of this game's competitive aspect. You no longer draw for turn going second. However, you now start the duel with 6 cards in your hand instead of 5 if you are not going first. This means that you have a higher chance of seeing a hand trap in your opening hand, as well as the fact that I understand that this completely breaks hand looping. Here's the great thing about my rule changes. Hand looping stuff doesn't exist because my game is fair and balanced. One of these 2 suggestions is very good, trust me, at least. An archetype and theme based on forklifts. This, I promise you, is going to be a huge hit with construction workers. It's a great target audience, you have to believe me. I mean, the forklift community has 20,000 subscribers. That's more people interested in forklifts than my average stream, so, you know. 2 suggestions to fix flip summoning. Either, number 1, you allow players to set as many monsters as they like turn 1, or any turn, I suppose, technically, or you allow people to flip summon monsters on the opponent's turn, kind of like how trap cards work. One of these suggestions, or both of them together, would unironically make flip summoning be less shit. I don't want to play Prediction Princess, okay? Guru is not a fun deck. It's never been. No one plays that deck. It's terrible. It's just Dragoon with extra steps. Or, I guess, technically fewer steps. Ban Winda. Not Schism. Not Al Pacino. Every couple of formats, this idiot comes back into the format. And guess what? I don't want a special summon once in past turn. What is this? Master Duel after being stuck under Maxi? No, thank you. Unerrata Frog the Jam. What's the errata? Well, didn't you realize that they changed this idiot's name to Slime Toad? Who wants that in their game? No, fix it. Bring it back. We want Frog the Jam. Okay, so that's the most important ones out of the way here. Let's make sure the weaklings among the Farfa viewers and the watch time retention idiots are gone, because here gonna get spicy. So I was saving my most unhinged take for this middle part of the crescendo here, but don't worry, it probably gets worse, honestly, to tell you the truth. But let's begin with this. Master Rule 3 Pendulum Summoning. That's right, I think we should bring back Pendulum Summoning to be the way it worked before, and that's because Master Rule 4 completely obliterated this mechanic. The deck has been completely unplayable for the last 5 years or so. Now, I'm certain that you would probably have to ban at least like 19 cards in order for this to actually be relevant or fair, but that is a sacrifice that I am willing to make upon you. It is in these tough times that hard men are made, or hard men are... That came out wrong. A banned card booster set. Yes, that is a booster set, a box, a product, exclusively based around banned or illegal cards. This will help legacy formats with some of these ridiculous reprints that cost obnoxiously large amounts of money for no reason, like Metamorphosis and Dust Shoot. I mean, they're not that expensive. It's like, you know, but it's not necessarily, they're banned, right? Why are they so expensive? Plus, anyway, it'd be very cool to pull, like, I don't know, like a Starlight Pot of Greed or something, right? Cards that choose on resolution no longer choose, they simply target. All cards target now. There's no non-choosing. You target now. This is to avoid confusing new players who, you said okay to the effect. You can't chain that card. I selected it on res. What does that even mean? Shut up. I also just think non-targeting is very broken and unfair. Change that mechanic. Divine monsters are now naturally unaffected by all card effects, or at least monster effects. I don't know, maybe that could be too powerful. Point is Slifer, he needs a buff. Pot of Extravagance should be banned on the basis that it requires you to buy multiples of the same exact card. Due to the random nature of Extravagance, unlike Prosperity, there is a chance that you will hit one of your 3 Zeus or something like that, and guess what? I don't want to buy 3 Chaos Angel and 3 Zeus for a Labyrinth deck or something like that. Just nope. I hate this card for economic reasons. Card text overhaul. I mean, look at this. There's bullet points, different effects here, clauses, bold text, and everything is just absolutely shown in a very simple, legible way. This is a legend on Reddit. Shout out to him for making this a reality. I think this would look beautiful for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Link monsters are now no longer considered to be also Link 1, meaning that you are not able to summon an access code talker using an Apollosa as a Link 1 material. And here's the thing. Some of you watching this, 100% promise you, guarantee, didn't actually know that you could do that. Some people actually don't know that you can do that with Link monsters. Gemini monsters are now always considered to be normal monsters, which some of them are in the graveyard, for example, or in the field. That's why you can use cool cards such as Tri-White or the Swing of Memories. But now you can also unexpected die them. I don't know how to really make Geminis better, honestly, other than just making a crazy broken archetype of Geminis. And guess what? It's not Chemi-Critter. But at the same time, we could just remove and delete the normal summon requirement of these, but then they just become effect monsters, basically. So what if we just delete Geminis? Small World is Google for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's more so a statement in the same way that Super Polymerization is just Twin Twisters for monsters. I'm not wrong! I'm not wrong! I'm not wrong! I'm not wrong! Every secret rare in a set is now also printed with a corresponding super rare. This makes meta-defining cards and just cards in general more accessible to the general public, but for those of you who wish to flash out and make your decks all cool and crazy and spanky, you have the option to get a secret rare or get this, full art cards. Full arts? Maybe we make them top 32 prizes at events? Don't say you wouldn't spend money on a full art Ash Blossom. This is a win-win for everyone. Konami makes more money and we get more access to the meta. 3 versus 3 duels now have a shared ban list. This means that if I play Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in my deck at 3 copies, none of my teammates can play Ash Blossom. Now, is this really the most pressing factor to fix Yu-Gi-Oh right now? No. Is it even a good idea? Debatable. Is it funny? Not even. Why am I suggesting this? Well, Link monsters can now be put to defense mode. Except, of course, on the turn they're summoned, you still have to summon Link monsters in attack position. It just means you now have to wait an extra turn in order to put a monster into defense. Similarly to my last point about why this would fix the game and make Yu-Gi-Oh a better place and a healthier competitive environment, I don't know. But think of the cool, funny things you could do with this. No? Okay. The term when on a Yu-Gi-Oh card no longer exists. For all intents and purposes, if and when are the same thing. Don't want to sit down and explain to someone why, for no apparent real logical reason, that Torrential Tribute cannot be responded to of a monster summon on Chain Link 2 or higher. Doesn't make any sense. It's stupid, dumb. It's an unnecessarily hurdle for no reason. Just get rid of it. It's stupid. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Gusto best deck? Gusto? Really? Really? You're worried about breaking Gusto? Shut the Now, not so much of a ban list take per se, but rather when eventually we end up with the situation where we can create time travel, which obviously is impossible because you can only go forward in time, not back. That's besides anyway. This suggestion here is that we go back in time, somehow, hypothetically, to another multiverse, whatever. We uncreate Runics and Kashtira. These are very problematic archetypes that are unhealthy. I don't know how they reached out of the design stage. There's nothing to ban here. It's just, why did you do this? How did you think Fountain and a card with 3 effects and a banish Macrocosmos Plasma? Why was this? Who did this? Who did this? Why did you do that? Why did you do this? Why did you? No. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go take a shower now, as should you if you've watched this far. Something pretty horrible has gone down here. I should probably be banned from YouTube, honestly, for some of these opinions. But comment down below what your favorite take is, and if you liked any of these suggestions, and also feel free to leave your own unhinged opinion and take that you will not elaborate on in the comment section down below, and I will reply with, damn, that's crazy. Probably not even reading it in the process. Alright, make sure you subscribe to Patreon, follow all my social media, especially the Twitch.tv/Farfa, and until next time, adios.